Welcome to part one of a series that I like to call YouTube on a Budget. I'm going to show you some of the things that I use as a content creator to make my videos look and sound better. Some of these things are DIY and some of these are off-the-shelf solutions. Today, we're going to be looking at creating your own key light. By definition, a key light is the main light illuminating a photographic subject. In our case, it's going to be the main light that you use to brighten your scene or yourself. Here you can see my key light, the one I've been using for almost an entire year. It's not in the greatest shape, so today we're going to build a new one. To get started, you'll need a few items. First thing you'll need is a lamp kit. I prefer the ones that hang from the ceiling, as you get a switch further down the line and you have a screw off top to secure the lamp on the light box. Next, you'll need a pair of scissors for cutting. We'll need some aluminum foil and either some glue sticks or some spray adhesive. We'll need tape, a marker, a box for the size of the light kit we want, and some sort of fabric to diffuse the light. Now, as you can see here, I'm using a sort of sheer material that my girlfriend had lying around. For the first part, we're going to be using spray adhesive, so I'm going to have to go outside. And our first step is going to be to take all of the corners and separate them. This will give us a nice flat surface to work with. Now that we've got that, we'll take our Sharpie and we'll mark the corners of the box that will be outside of our area that we're going to put aluminum foil on. Open up the aluminum foil packaging. Clean off our surface. Take our spray adhesive and spray the entire surface with glue. Once we've got a good coat, we pull a sheet of aluminum foil out. Line it up with the edges. And smooth it out. We will repeat the process on the other side. Trying to line up the aluminum foil with the outside edge of the box as much as possible. And here it's not terribly important the aluminum foil be completely flat or in one piece. As you can see, I'm having to readhese the bottom there. And now that we've got that done, we need to go back inside and finish up the process. Now, with our surface nice and covered, and it doesn't matter if you get too many wrinkles on it, you want to go for the corners that we marked off earlier. You just kind of peel back, because these are going to be on the outside of the box. And again, this doesn't have to be too perfect. As long as you've got enough on the outside there that will allow the corners to rebuild the box. This is where we take our glue stick and our tape. We just make sure that we've got a lot of glue there. Fold up our side here and make sure that we've got a lot of glue here. As you can see, And then we just fold the sides together. Now, to be sure that the sides hold, you can take a little piece of tape and run it along the edge there. And just repeat the process for the other three corners. Our next step in the process is to make a hole right there that will fit this. We only need it big enough to fit to right here, so it'll stick up like that, and then this will tighten it down. So to do that, I'm going to angle this up here. I'm going to kind of guesstimate the center, and using a Sharpie, trace around the inside and hole. It gives us a decent little hole that's somewhat in the center. Now, take a pair of scissors, or you could use a knife. Kind of poke a hole through there. And then we're just going to cut out the hole. Just needs to be big enough to fit that in there. And then tighten that down. One other thing obviously you'll need is a light bulb. One thing I'm going to do this time differently, I'm going to replace this regular LED with this Treat Life Smart LED. That way I can use voice activation to turn it off and on. Another thing that I'm going to do in this case that's totally not necessary, but I just thought would be a little fun, is I'm going to add these earth magnets all the way around the edges of the box. You can just as easily use tape to hold all of this in place. And I'm going to try to use our glue stick for that. We'll just drape our fabric over it, shiny side out, I think. And you can use anything for fabric. The last time I did this, I used wax paper and just taped the wax paper over everything. All right, and now that we've got the glue on there, it's a little dry, what I've done is I've kind of lined it up on one side, and I'm going to trace around the fabric on the other sides so that I can cut the fabric just so that we don't have a lot of excess hanging off. Doesn't have to be exact at all, because when it comes to arts and crafts, I honestly cannot draw a straight line with a ruler. So I'm just kind of measuring where it needs to be cut. Then we can take our magnets off. Make our cuts. And proceed to the last step. From here, it's just a simple matter of trying to figure out how to hang the key light on whatever object you're using to support it. From there, it's a simple matter of aligning the light and positioning it to where the light shines directly on your subject, in this case, you. And with just a few materials and some time, I've now created a functioning key light that I can use to film any YouTube setup. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I have making it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I'm Bryant, and this is Reviews for Nerds. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.